Welcome to Washita Sports Digital Network. I'm Grant Johnson, joined with Phil Bird beside me. In tonight's matchup here at Bill Vining Arena, we have SNU, the #1 team in the GAC. They're 18-6 and 15-3 in the conference against Washita Baptist, number 11 in the GAC. They're 9-13 with a 5-13 record in the conference. Phil, talk to me a little bit about both of these teams. How has SNU been so successful so far, and what does Washita need to do to make this upset possible?
Well, if we look at the way that SNU specifically takes care of the ball here, SNU averages 3.96 turnovers fewer than every one of their opponents. That's been a positive turnover margin all throughout the season. You know, they shoot the ball very well. They shoot field goal percentage of 41.2%. If we look at just the way that they conduct themselves as a team, they're fast-paced. They play all around, and they really do a good job of sharing the ball and really working through Hannah Giddy, who's their main player, averaging 15.8 points per game, 9.8 rebounds per game, 4 assists, a steal, and a block, and 2 blocks per game. She's kind of killing it out there. So they work a lot through her and really try to just beat their opponent off the blocks here.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you if there were any big matchups or any players for either team. You talked about Hannah Giddy. She's also the #2 in GAC for rebounds per game and #1 in GAC for blocks per game. But on the Washita side, what are some key players or some standout players that have stuck out to you so far this season?
Well, obviously, leading the team here, Madeline Tipton, 14 points per game, 3.2 rebounds, but really particularly interesting, her shooting. 40% field goal percentage, 32% from 3. She's been a clear leader of this team so far this season. Every time she's out there on the court, she's not only leading in the box score, but she manages to make sure her team feels up. They feel ready to go, and they're not getting too down on themselves. You see her at the end of every game. She if they lose, she picks the chin up off her teammates, and she really tries to make sure that she's leading well through her actions as well. If we look, Lainey Mears, always a great player. She's had a focus on assists lately. She's averaging 9 points, 2.5 assists per game, and 1.3 steals. She had a crazy steal game earlier this week, 6 steals, but also interesting, her three-point percentage, 38%. So really, I think it's going to be important for the Tigers to not just rely on a Madeline Tipton or a Lainey Mears, but they need to work it around the court. They need to make sure that everyone's getting involved, and really they just need to contain Hannah Giddy here. If we look at the last game out for Southern Nazarene, Hannah Giddy had 5 points, and they lost that one to an East Central team that many people think is much worse. They're only, I think, the 8th or 9th ranked team in the GAC, and so really it was kind of a surprise that they won that, but it's going to be important for the Tigers to take Hannah Giddy out of the contest as quickly as possible here.
Yeah, you talked about East Central with that big upset. They're at #8 in the GAC. We talked about Washita being at that #11 spot, trying to sneak their way into the tournament. How do you think both of these teams, especially Southern Nazarene coming off a loss, feel mentally coming into this basketball game?
Well, it can be easy late in the season, conference play that seemingly doesn't matter for a team like SNU to be off the gas pedal here. They could be doing that tonight. They might not be taking it as seriously. But I think after a loss, especially to a team like East Central, it's probably a wake-up call. They're probably, coming to play, kind of redeem themselves a little bit and show the GAC exactly the team that they are.
I'm going to send things over to Casey Modal on the announcer's table.
Evergreen University Crimson Storm. Junior guard from Choctaw, Oklahoma, number 2, Carly Gassaway. Graduate forward from Melbourne, Australia, number 5, Hannah Giddy. Graduate guard from Hera, Oklahoma, number 10, Katie King. Junior guard from Shattuck, Oklahoma, number 14, Jenna Bay. And sophomore guard from Piedmont, Oklahoma, number 15, Jillian Crawford. The head coach of the Crimson Storm is Trent May. The assistant coaches are Kayla Tucker, Jenny Holbrook, and Evan Johnson. And now, Tiger Nation, let me hear you roar! This is the starting lineup for your Ouachita Tigers! Sophomore forward from Siloam Springs, Arkansas, number 35, Brooke Smith. Junior guard from Valonia, Arkansas, number 23, Madeline Tipton. Junior guard from Marmaduke, Arkansas, number 30, Heidi Robinson. Junior forward from Hernando, Mississippi, number 32, Abby Harrison. And senior guard from Valonia, Arkansas, number 22, Lainey Mears. The head coach of the Ouachita Tigers is Callie Hill. The assistant coach is Brandy Higginbotham. Tonight's officials are Ernie Murray, Lauren Thomas, and Andre Johnson.
And we're all set for tip-off here in Bill Vining Arena. Again, that's starting lineup for SNU. We've got Carly Gassaway, Hannah Giddy, Katie King, Jenna Bay, and Jillian Crawford. And for your Ouachita Tigers, the starting 5 is Lainey Mears, Madeline Tipton, Heidi Robinson, Abby Harrison, and Brooke Smith. We talked a little bit before the game about the upset against East Central and SNU. You got any predictions for the one tonight?
Well, I think looking at this game tonight, it's really going to come down to this woman who just took the tip right there, Hannah Giddy. If she can have a good game and the Tigers can't contain her very much, then SNU could have their way tonight. But, you know, from the way that we saw that East Central game go, I would not be surprised if there was another upset alert coming tonight.
Inside drive is King. Back outside is Crawford. Dishes things off. Outside shot. And you bet it. You betcha. Nothing but net on that one.
Absolutely. That was Jenna Bay. Jenna Bay in that game against ECU. 11 points, 3 rebounds, and a steal. She led the team in scoring.
Back to Robinson up top. Trying to set for a play. A hard fall. Madeline Tipton's going to get called for the foul. Just runs right into her and bulldozes her over.
And you see Madeline Tipton walking away there. She's got her little smirk like she always does. She's going to use that as some fuel to the fire for the night.
I do love the way she plays. She plays with a lot of confidence. In that Henderson State game, you could see her with her tongue out, little Michael Jordan action.
Absolutely.
Running up and down the court. Outside shot. No good. Tipped around. SNU remains possession. It's tipped out of bounds. Going to remain SNU basketball down low.
It's going to be important for the Tigers to contain SNU the way that they did there. If you watch the way that SNU scores, they're one of the best shooting teams in the GAC, right behind the Tigers, actually. Probably a little bit more consistent than the Tigers when it comes to good shooting games, but looking at the way that SNU has handled the approach of their strategy so far this game, it's going to be important for the Tigers to really contain the three ball.
They tried to get it in the Giddy right there, but Smith deflected the basketball. Interested to see that matchup down low tonight. Looks like they're trying to get it inside, working things outside. Wide open three-point shot off the front rim. Offensive rebound, put back up. That's Gassaway, her first points of the night.
It's going to be super important for SNU here tonight to win the rebounding battle. Washita wins the rebounding battle by a margin of about 4 per game. If SNU can manage to take that away from them, it could really just be another straw on the camel's back in this game.
And SNU still playing great defense. Good look at it inside. Rebounded is Giddy. SNU pushing things very quickly, although they are not a team that scores a whole lot of points per game. Crawford outside. They get it into Giddy. Wide open. Corner shot. No good. Rebounded Smith.
And I think the focus on that points per game number shouldn't be on just raw how many points they score. I think it really should be on margin. If we look at the point margin for this SNU team, it's one of the best in the league, and that just goes to show that even on nights where they may not be offensively producing, defensively they're just as well.
Nice block inside by Giddy. Get it back to her. Going to see the offensively, it's going to be working through Giddy all night. Defended very well outside. That's Tipton.
Well, and we knew that they were going to go hard on Giddy here tonight. I mean, the entire SNU offense runs through her. It's not surprising to see hard defense from Abby Harrison there.
Outside shot. Good. I think her foot was on the line. They're finally getting things going for this Washita team.
And that's Brooke Smith. She's always a spark for the team. Whenever they need a big momentum play, put the ball in her hands.
Smith is averaging 5.9 per game for this Tiger team. Another outside shot, and gets that one to fall. That's Gasaway again. She's got 5 tonight. We see Smith dribbling things down the court. Usually don't see that very often.
Well, and that's the thing you can see with this Tigers team is, any player can play the point. I think I've even seen Abby Harrison strumming the ball up the court, and so able to play every player outside. It really gives them some movement and some natural fluidity.
What does this Washita team need to do to get a little spark going?
Well, I think it's going to have to come to some good defense. They've been playing good defense all game. It's just the way that the ball has been moving for SNU and the focus that has been put on Hannah Giddy kind of takes any focus away from any perimeter player that they could try to guard well, and so they really got to play at their own pace here.
Inside of Smith, nice fake. Can't get anything to fall. SNU with a fast break chance. On the baseline, almost runs into our camera over there on the baseline. Nice three-point shot. That's King credited for that one. Going to have a timeout, Washita, and we're going to take one with them. Stay tuned. You're watching Washita Sports Digital Network, sponsored by Taylor King Law.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm Attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
I've heard people say, Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
Welcome back to Washita Sports Digital Network. If you're just now tuning in, Phil, catch them up on what we've seen so far. It feels like Washita can't get anything to fall. We've got a 11-2 game here at Bill Vining Arena, and things are not in Washita's favor.
Well, we talked a little bit about it. Things aren't necessarily going poorly for the Tigers. They've been playing some solid defense all around. But, you know, I turned over to the man on my right here, can't see him yet, Jalen Davis, and he said, man, they're just shooting the ball lights out. And I mean, that can be said for every member of this Southern Nazarene team is they just can't miss right now.
And a lot of the tension is inside on Giddy. She has not scored yet, and that's leading to opportunities for her teammates.
And that's a smart way of playing, recognizing that, you know, a lot of their game does go through Giddy, and so seeing other teammates thrive in her absence is always a pro.
Nice move outside. Mears gets it inside to Smith. Or excuse me, Harrison inside.
And that was great ball movement there we saw, especially by Mears. Great job of not getting shook by the low shot clock and just managing to play at her own pace.
Inside, no good. And Hannah Giddy, their leading scorer, has nothing tonight. Up top is Tipton. Washaw's going to set into their offense. See Tipton swiping the hand away.
That's that confidence she plays with every game.
Inside, Mears. One of them had jump ball, one of them had a foul.
I think the foul won out there.
He had the better angle on it. Gonna have 2 shots.
And man, that's Lainey Mears. Last 2 possessions now, she's just taken control of the ball, and you know, the game has run through her. Washaw's offense has consistently run through her, but it's really on full display here today, and she's kind of trying to will her team back into this one.
And Mears is going to have to get hot if Washaw is going to go on a little bit of a streak at the end of this first quarter. Up top is Giddy. Dump things off. Nice spin move, drive in.
Beautiful play by Smith. She recognized that there was a bit of a mismatch. She moved her feet. She stayed in front of the ball. Great turnover.
Tipton up top. Tries to get it inside. Defended well by Giddy. SNU's going to push tempo now. Nice fake up top. Leaves another one wide open. Off the front rim. Rebounded by Tipton. Tipton picks the ball up. Finally gets it into Mears. Mears resetting now. See a lot of Mears and Tipton up top.
I love to see the way that Mears just takes full control of the ball whenever she gets it. You know, it's like the entire stadium just watches and waits to see what she's going to do with it.
Smith outside, 4 on the shot clock. Defended well again, that's Giddy.
That's one of the harms of Giddy. She's not only very productive offensively, but defensively too. She averages 2.3 blocks per game and 1.3 steals per game on the season. And
nice pass ahead, layup is good. That's Porter on the layup, getting her first points of the night. And Washita going on a little bit of a run and doing very well defensively since that timeout.
It's all about controlling the pace of the game. Whenever they've, you know, allowed SNU to press them, you know, the Tigers have fallen back a little bit, but whenever they take control of the pace, things go their way.
That was Bay on the nice layup there. And we see Smith again taking things up the court. Finally gets it to her guard, Mears. Nice spin move, fake, and nice find inside. That's Mears to Harrison.
Get a little magic there.
And now only a 3-point game. Gets it to Giddy. Only 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Defended very well by Washita. Only 5 now. 3, gonna have to force a shot. Pass inside, can't get a shot up. And nice steal and kick ahead. Yes, that's Mears to Smith. Mears almost looked like a quarterback hitting a receiver down court.
Great awareness by Mears there. She saw that The ref had not blown the whistle for the shot clock violation, and so she used a bit of the element of surprise there.
And wide open shot is no good. Only 1 point game now. Ouachita finally got things to click, and SNU lacking offensively. Inside, Smith and Tipton working things. Had a good look at it.
It's kind of in and out there.
And Smith makes up for it and gets a steal. Waving for Mears to come get the ball. Hard foul right in front of us over here.
Hard foul. Mears struggling to stay on her feet.
You can see Mears is kind of pushing through a little bit of pain here. I think Coach Kylie Hill's going to get her sub, and he is.
Hate to see that, but she's been on fire this game. Hopefully she can just take a breather and get right back into it.
Robinson with the ball up top. Only 30 seconds on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock. Nice find inside. Out of bounds. Try to get it to Dos Santos down low.
Dos Santos getting some serious minutes here in this one.
And we saw both of the forwards, Abby Harrison and Smith, get checked out of the game, and Dos Santos checking in for him. Just a mistake you can't have there. Ouachita had the chance to take the lead, and turnover there gives the ball right back to SNU.
Want to look at this, folks. You see Hannah Giddy has the ball right now. She was one of the tallest players on the court for most of this, but she shrinks in comparison to Caroline Dos Santos, standing at a whopping 6'5".
I think that's why they threw Dos Santos out there, because Hannah Giddy normally is very successful and is the soul of the offense for the SNU basketball team, but in tonight's matchup, she is 0.
Huge props to the big players in the post for this Tigers team of containing a beast like Giddy.
And Bracy Nyberg is at the line. 70% free throw shooter. Only 5 seconds left on the game clock. Ball fumbled around. I thought it was kicked off of Robinson, and I don't think any of the refs know what happened there. It's going to remain Ouachita basketball with 2.2 to go. Gets it in, half-court shot. No good, but a very impressive first quarter from this Ouachita basketball team. Despite the difficulties early on, we have 15-12 in SNU's favor. Stay tuned as we're going into the second. You're watching Ouachita Sports Digital Network, sponsored by Taylor King Law.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who is an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Welcome back to Ouachita Sports Digital Network. I'm Grant Johnson, joined with Phil Bird beside me. If you've missed out on what's been going on so far, we've got SNU at 15, Ouachita at 12. Going into the second quarter, and although SNU is the #1 team in the conference, they have lost a game just the other night, and they're 15-3 in the conference, and starting to wonder if maybe things are starting to fall apart for the SNU team, and maybe almost too much confidence is getting them in tonight's matchup.
Well, going into it, we said that was a possibility. Of course, they were just humbled earlier this week in Bethany as well, and so to see a team, struggle like that 2 games in a row kind of makes you question that #1 status.
And whenever you really only have one main scorer on the team, other teams have the same scouting report that we do, with Giddy being their main offensive threat, and they're just going to start doubling and really denying the basketball down low, and then SNU starts to get in trouble. Drive inside, Robinson, no good.
And they did a good job early making sure that they had control of the ball, making sure that they made the shots that they could on the perimeter while Giddy was being so heavily targeted, but they've just kind of fallen apart late there in that first quarter and then in the second one as well. And
nice move there. SNU now at 17, Ouachita at 12. That was Giddy getting her first points of the night. Ball thrown away, was meant for Mears. Just a little bit of a miscommunication and a bad pass from Robinson trying to connect with Mears.
And the Crimson Storm here play a very downhill style of basketball. They're going to drive the ball into your throat, and so that could be getting to the Tigers. You see some fatigue here, especially looking at that last play. Definitely some tiredness on offense. It's going to be interesting to see what changes Coach Hill makes here.
Corner shot, had a good look. I think that was last touch by Ouachita, and it is going to stay down here. We've seen a lot of three-point shots from the SNU team. I'd say more than what they're usually used to. As we see another one in the corner and gets that one to fall. That's Crawford with a three-point shot.
And well, when they're falling at a little bit under a 40% pace, might as well just keep pulling them.
Ball tipped away. Meir gets the ball. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Skips things to Robinson. Inside, bad pass. SNU, fast break chance. Looks for Giddy down low. It's swatted away by Harrison.
And that's a matchup I'm excited for tonight. Giddy versus Harrison. Both teammates have played astounding ball so far this season. Roughly the same size. Going to be interesting to see the way that they handle each other in the post.
Yeah, and we saw back-to-back possessions where both Giddy and Harrison were involved, and both of them ended up in nice defensive play. Not sure what Coach Kylie Hill is arguing about, but we see SNU now in a full-court defense. Trying to get Ouachita to play a little bit above their tempo and put some pressure on them.
Looked like a football play there.
Outside Mears. It's long.
And that's something you hate to see. You love to see Brooke Smith with the hustle, but Lainey Mears, normally perfect from three, averaging 38% on the season, but it's her first take and first miss of the night.
Up top on the wing, Tipton guarding. Hard screen by Giddy. Trying to get it into Giddy, but it's defended well. Ouachita, fast break chance. Skips ahead to Smith. Smith looking inside. You can see Harrison wanted the ball down low. Had a good look at an entry pass, but Smith looked up to her guard, and finally get it inside to her. Nice post move, left-hand shot, yes.
Harrison taking a good advantage of the mismatch there. She saw she didn't have Giddy on her and went to work immediately.
And there it is, that matchup we've been looking for. Kick outside, wide open shot. Yeah. That's Duncan with her first points of the night.
And while we were looking for that matchup, they were looking for it too, so they could find someone at the perimeter. Great job by SNU to crowd the inside and give their perimeter scorers some space.
Mears and Tipton connect there.
Wonderful falling back shot there from Tipton.
And nice pass as well from Mears. Just a nice bounce pass and good communication. Inside is Giddy. Out. Shot. No. Washita basketball here to Tipton. We saw Tipton on that made shot wobbling a little bit, and we can see now that she's not as explosive as she normally is.
Gonna call it a push off on Tipton there. You can see that fatigue definitely in her way she's running here, but see some confusion here from the referees.
The ref tried to say that Tipton used her elbow and kind of pushed off a little bit.
And Coach Kylie Hill clearly not happy with that call. You don't see him get emotional that often.
And I'm not sure why we just had to stop play for that, but here we go. Now the ball's in. Up top looking for Giddy. They get it to Giddy. Dos Santos defending. Back out. Great ball movement here. Under 10 on the shot clock. Defended very well by this Washita team. And thrown out of bounds. Going to stay down here. SNU basketball with only 4 seconds.
Great job by the Tigers keeping their hands busy and moving. You know, there was not a single easy pass on that possession, and seeing the way that the Tigers have, you know, if they're going to have these passes, they're going to work hard for them and really wear them down.
Outside, step back, three-pointer, bang. What a shot there by Nyberg. She's got 5 in tonight's matchup. And Smith getting fancy up top. Almost loses it.
And I think that's a reminder that this game is still fun, even for the most professional D2 players here. The way that Smith and her defender just kind of smile at the ball after that reminds me of playing in a cul-de-sac as a kid.
A nice look for Mears. Loved the fake, but was wide open, couldn't get it to fall. I think it'll start falling pretty soon for her. Down low is Dos Santos. Nice spin move and post move by Giddy. Giddy's at 4.
Cannot let her get hot here tonight. Really, it's on the boards where she's amazing, but just any scoring threat that Giddy might present here tonight is not one that the Tigers want to see.
Porter up top. Looking for somebody. Finally gets it to Dos Santos. Mears sets a screen. Inside. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Tippin has to put a shot up, and she gets it off in time but can't get it to fall. SNU slowing things down now. As we fall later into the second quarter, we see SNU starting to break away a little bit.
It's all about the pace of the game. SNU is controlling the pace right now. They're playing their own fast-paced style of basketball, and if the Tigers want to get back into this, they need to take control of the pace.
And we've seen that a lot tonight with getting the ball down to Giddy. This time they kicked it out to Duncan for the three-point shot. Up top is Mears. Defended well yet again. I think I've been saying that all night. SNU, fast break chance. Looks like they're going to push things up tempo. Defended well. Tipton ends up with it. Wide open layup is Tipton. And finally gets things going for this Washita team.
That's their first point in over 3 minutes here at the end of the first half.
I know what you meant. Second quarter, first half, I get it.
Second quarter, first half.
Inside Giddy just working Dos Santos down low. She's been dominant down low with those post moves.
think they've kind of recognized a bit of a mismatch here. DeSantos, while a good player, Giddy's just at such a high level. We'll see if Crimson Storm are going to try and keep working that angle.
SNU now with things. Outside kick. Defended by Mears. Thought it was tipped away, but they're going to call a foul on her. And we're going to take a break with them. We've got SNU at 33, Ouachita at 18 with 1:58 to go in this first half. Stay tuned. You're watching Ouachita Sports Digital Network, sponsored by Taylor King Law.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
And welcome back to Ouachita Sports Digital Network. I'm Grant Johnson, joined with Phil Burr. There on your screen is tonight's OSDN crew. And what a crew we've got. Lucky to have them. There's a few names. Phil Burr beside me. Jalen Davis also beside me. I think we're going to get him on halftime for a little bit of an interview. Big thanks to all of our members there. In tonight's game, we've seen in that first quarter, Ouachita had a pretty impressive first quarter, keeping things very close, and now SNU in the second quarter just starting to break away. What does Ouachita need to do to get back in the groove of things?
Well, we've talked a little bit about it already, but the pace of the game is really important here. And it normally is true that whoever's controlling the pace of the game is controlling the game and is going to have their way. We've seen SNU with the full court press really push the Tigers to rush offensively. We've seen the way that they catch and shoot, the way that they just did there. It really puts the Tigers on their back heel.
And that was King inbounding the ball with the assist to Nyberg on the three-point shot. Feels like everything's falling from beyond the arc for SNU. 46.7% from three-point land in tonight's game. And now Ouachita's going to try for one of their own. Can't get it. But offensive rebound finally kicks things to Mears. Nice move. Gets it downhill and floater for Mears. I haven't said her name as much as we usually do. She only has 4 points in tonight's game, and she's going to have to get hot if this Ouachita team's going to have a chance.
She also happens to have 6 assists already in this one. Crazy for just the end of the first half here.
Nice block there by Harrison. She's been very impressive in tonight's game, defending SNU's best player, Giddy, down low, and she's also got the most points for this team. She's at 6 and 3 for 3. Hard screen, Mears, pull up. There she is, starting to get hot.
Smooth, calm, and collected there. Mears not even taking a second glance at that shot.
Now SNU's going to hold things for the last shot, I would guess. Only 20 to go on the game clock. But if it's wide open, they might as well take it. Off the mark and foul down low. Regardless, Ouachita got the rebound, and it's going to be Ouachita basketball. And we're going to see SNU continue to work in this full court press after a dead ball. Only 10 seconds to go. Ouachita's going to have to speed things up and get it down court. Dribbling the ball is Robinson. Robinson, 2 seconds, drive inside, layup. Almost gets the and one, but she's going to go to the line.
That's about all you can ask for to play like that, trying to get a shot up randomly and then, getting the foul, of course. One of the best outcomes you could have asked for.
And almost had the and one, too. Thought she was taking it a little bit slow, but she remained cool and collected, and now at the line. First one can't go. But the second one does, 0.5. Not sure if SNU can even get a shot up with that. And they do, but it's off. We've got SNU at 36, Ouachita at 23. Now going into the second half, what have you seen so far in tonight's matchup, just to recap?
Well, we've seen lots of momentum plays, each team having their moments, but really two big things we've seen is we've seen fewer scoring out of Hannah Giddy here. One of the best scorers in the league has been a little bit less productive here, and then also just Lainey Mears putting on an absolute show for us. 6 assists, 2 steals, and 6 points. For how low scoring this game has been, it's really, really impressive to see her get her name in the stat book that much.
And stay tuned. I think we're going to get Jalen Davis on for a little bit of a halftime show. You're watching Ouachita Sports Digital Network, sponsored by Taylor King Law.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Welcome back to Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Grant Johnson joined with Jalen Davis beside me. And we've got a little bit of a halftime show, so if I get up out my chair, then that's what's going on. I think they have to make a layup, free throw, three-point, and then half-court shot for a prize. But we're going to talk a little bit about this basketball game that's been going on. And Jalen, just talk to me about what you've seen so far I guess, for both sides. Obviously, SNU at 36, Ouachita at 23. Just talk to me about what you've seen.
But I think they've done a really good job of. So that doesn't mean they've done a really good job of really spreading the floor and taking the 3-point shots when they've been given them. They've made 8 of 17, which is really giving them this lead so far. And they've made 24 of their 36 points have been 3-pointers, and 8 for 17. That's some phenomenal shooting by them.
You talk about their 3-point shot, shooting 47.1% from the 3-point line. Talk to me about, if you're Ouachita going into the second half, how you stop that. I mean, obviously you have Hannah Giddy down low that you have to worry about, but now SNU's making them pay from beyond the arc. So talk to me about how you stop that.
Man, it's been a tough challenge getting the Hannah Giddy down low, and she's been giving Abby Harrison a really hard time down there. Probably what I really would like to see them do is kind of just hedge up a little bit, kind of get Abby Harrison work in the middle of the paint to kind of hedge up and kind of negate the entry pass down low, because once Addie Giddy catches the ball down on the block, she's making a move and she's really getting to the basket, it's causing problems. Or she's kind of like penetrating the defense, sitting there being patient and kicking out to the shooters, which really allowed them to make the that they made. So.
And there is the nice 3-point shot. Looking for a half-court shot in the little halftime show. But talk to me about, we talked a little bit about defensively what Ouachita needs to do. Talk to me now about offensively what you've seen and what they need to do. And we saw earlier in the first quarter, Ouachita started to have a little bit of a comeback at one point, only down by 3 points, I believe. And then it just started to kind of fall apart, and it felt like shots were not falling, and they weren't getting the ball into their best offensive player hands. And so just talk to me about what offensively they need to do to start a comeback.
One thing I think I need to see from this Ouachita team is they need to just be more aggressive. I think they're not really sitting and being patient in their sets, but I really believe if they just attack the basket and force the refs to make a call, I think they can really get their offense going. And similar to what Southern Nazarene's doing, and try to get the ball in the paint or even down low to Abby Harrison, and she can maybe score up and facilitate and be able to open up some of those shooters for Lenny Mears or Malin Tipton to do some work.
And obviously being down by this much is tough. It's tough mentally and physically going into halftime. I think I ask you this every time, but if you're Coach Hill, what would you say to your players, and what mentally needs to go on in the Ouachita heads to really just come out on fire and try to march a little bit of a comeback?
Yeah, I really believe they just need to come out and just play fearless basketball, not be afraid to make mistakes, because it's a part of the game, right? And they're down 13 points right now, and they just come out with some aggression, just really lock in on defense, get an offensive sets, be patient with the basketball in their sets. I think they really do some damage, because they're a good team when they get to rolling. I think all they have to do is just be patient and let the game come to them.
Thank you, Jalen, for your time. I think that's all the time that we have right now. There's still a little halftime show going on. Stay tuned. We're going into the second half. We got SNU at 36, Ouachita at 23. Stay tuned. You're watching Ouachita Sports Digital Network, sponsored by Taylor King Law.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
first night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
What are you doing in there?
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
For years, we've said we'll be on your side, by your side.
We all stand by that promise.
And I'm proud to be a part of a team of attorneys who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side.
So if you've been injured,
we'll be on your side, by your side.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Welcome back to Washita Sports Digital Network. I'm Grant Johnson, joined with now Phil Bird beside me, not Jalen Davis anymore. So I want to get a little bit of your opinions on it. I talked to Jalen about how things have been going, both offensively and defensively for both teams. We've seen a lot of three-point shots from SNU. How do you stop that defensively if you're Washita?
Well, you know, SNU has made their money off the three-pointer, and it's not even that they've shot it particularly well. If we look at their three-point percentage on the night, looking at Southern Nazarene, 47.1%, which is pretty good, but they're just taking so many threes. They've taken 17 so far tonight to Ouachita's 4. I mean, the more you're taking, the more you're going to make, especially if you're shooting at like a 50% rate. They just need to force them to take worse shots. They're getting free shots off of quick ball movement. That's really helping them. And if the Tigers can force them to slow down and not take advantage of a loose defense the way that they did later in that first half.
And we've talked about how a lot of the attention before the game was on Hannah Giddy. She has only 6 tonight. Usually she's the main scorer and really the soul of the offense, and I'd say she kind of still is in a way. That they're getting it down low to her, and as soon as the defense kind of collapses, they kick it back out and get wide open three-point shots. I don't think this Ouachita team really expected them to be shooting it this well from beyond the arc, and it's just been falling all night, it feels like.
Yeah, and honestly, looking at the way that Southern Nazarene is built, Hannah Giddy is still contributing just as much by drawing in pressure off the ball, which really shows how versatile this team is.
Now Ouachita with the basketball coming out of the half. Robinson's got it, gets it up to Tipton. Up top is Harrison, setting the screen for Tipton. Only 8 seconds on the shot clock. Tipton looking for anybody, kicks it across court to Robinson, three-point shot, no good.
Great vision there by Tipton. Saw a tough situation and wide open player across the court. Sad it couldn't convert there, but great awareness.
You almost hate whenever players pick up their dribble, but it almost worked out for her, and she almost made up for her mistakes.
Yeah.
Inside, there's the matchup we've been talking about all night. Layup, in and out. Mears had the rebound, and ref said, my bad. It's going back the other way, Ouachita favor. Thought it was out on Mears, but I guess a SNU player got their hands in there and punched it out.
Ref's just as confused as we are on that one.
And here SNU is back with that full court defense, as I thought he about to get my computer and myself taken out there. Ball tipped out of bounds, remains Ouachita possession.
Yeah, I guess in that situation we'd just jump out of the way.
I mean, I want to grab my computer too, but I think my life matters a little bit more.
Just a little bit.
She might take me out. Nice layup, wanted a foul. That's Robinson.
Beautiful shot there, though. She just got through the defense.
Defended very well. There's the matchup again. Kicks it back out. What we've seen all night. No good on the shot. Offensive rebound. Down the corner. Trying to get it back inside. Tipton comes out to guard and defended well. Wanted to travel. Didn't get one. Gets it inside. I see every Ouachita defender down low trying to play some defense. And rebounded Robinson. Nice hesitation move. Pull up. Thought it was going to bounce in. Good shot. Just can't get it to fall.
This Ouachita team just needs somebody to kind of put a spark in them, galvanize this offensively especially.
Yeah, I think somebody needs to take almost some initiative. I know you love sharing the basketball around and passing around, but almost too much passing can kill you in a way. Somebody's got to go score the basketball.
Yeah, and another problem you see is the Tigers kind of settle into their offense. You know, at the beginning there'll be a lot of off-ball movement, but it kind of slows down the longer the shot clock goes down. They need to make sure they're still moving around even if they don't have the ball.
And we see some movement now. Smith has a look at it. No, feels like nothing can fall for this Ouachita team right now coming out of this half. Nice ball movement. Gets it to Gasway. Gasway into Giddy. And nice defense there by Smith to deflect the ball out of bounds. And Porter's going to sub in for Robinson.
Love seeing Porter getting some minutes here in the absence of some great guards like Ruby Trammell. You get to see some freshman action here.
Almost deflected.
Ooh.
Mears, hard defense. Tries to come out, put some pressure, and she gets called for a foul. That's her second foul tonight.
Really just a tumultuous series of events for the Tigers. Scoreless in the last minute 52 and counted.
And we see Samantha Watson check in for Madeline Tipton. Surprised we haven't seen Watson more in tonight's game. We usually see her with some good three-point shots, and I guess Coach Kylie Hill's trying to sub in anybody to get a spark going. Nice defense and great defense. King gets called for the foul, got a nice steal, and then just turned it right back over.
You know, I love seeing Samantha Watson out there, Keegan Porter, definitely some super subs, as you might call them, the way that they can kind of galvanize an offense. Joey Babble's another one of those players, I think. Put them in the game and just let them do some magic here.
And Mears kicks it out. Three-point shot off the front iron. Ouachita is 0% from three-point land. Nothing can fall from out there, and it's tough whenever nothing can fall, whenever you got the best defender inside with Hannah Giddy, arguably the best defender in the GAC.
Yeah, and at least they're being smart about it. You know, sometimes when you're cold and you just keep taking shots, digging yourself into a deeper hole. They've only taken 6. If they can get something moving, they can still salvage that, but...
And we see Mears try to go over there and double and makes Giddy pick up her dribble. And they were yelling for the shot clock, 3, 2, 1, and kind of a forced shot there from Gassaway, but...
I think even funnier is it was not the shot clock, and there was 8 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, they were trying to trick her, a little bit of the students over here, and worked out in SNU's favor.
Tomfoolery.
I guess you could call it that.
You could say the student section was flummoxed.
I love your little list that you've got of just random words that you like to say during the broadcast. I like that.
Got to keep them on their feet.
It's nice. So Giddy up top with the screen. Smith goes behind it. And Giddy still working things. Can't get that one to fall. Hard fall, though. Ouachita has the numbers. Inside drive, layup. Yes, that's Porter. Ouachita going to need some defense and some turnovers to turn this thing around. Kicks things to the other side. That's Bay. Working things on Watson. Nice spin move. Layup. Good. You see Ouachita, I wouldn't say panicking, but it sure does feel like it now with time ticking.
Letting the pace of the game get away from them here.
Giddy, mid-range shot. No. Rebounded by Porter. Seen Porter come off the bench and check in not long ago and making a little bit of an impact, and that's what this Ouachita team's going to need.
Love to see the hustle from her there, too. Clearly just as exhausted as everyone else on the court, but keeping the hustle.
When you talk about the exhaustion, as Coach Kylie Hill's going to take a timeout and give his players a little bit of a rest. It's a minute timeout. Stay tuned. You're watching Ouachita Sports Digital Network, sponsored by Taylor King Law.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita.
but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Washita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Welcome back to Washita Sports Digital Network. Here at Bill Vining Arena, we have Southern Nazarene at 43, Washita at 27 here in the third with 4:18 to go. As we get later and later into this game, it's starting to get a little bit tougher for this Washita team to come back. We're going to see what they can do. Porter up top, gets it down low. Post move, had a good look at it, rebounded down low is Joey Babel.
What are they going to call that? Looks like they're going to come for a replay. They'll be approaching us down here for the replay.
And I'm not too sure what we're going to look at here. Maybe he stepped out of bounds. Do you have any idea over there, Phil?
I think they might be looking for a foul.
You gotta know the angle. Here we go. Another angle.
I think they're trying to see the angle of this shot here, see if there was any foul. Seemed to have made a decision pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what they were trying to review, especially in a...
I think they were trying to see if shot clock violation possibly. If they need to reset the shot clock. Because, you know, if they hit the rim there, instead of having 18 seconds on the clock, they'll have, is it 30?
I think it sets back to 25, maybe?
More time.
Yes, more time. Regardless, they're going to keep things the same. Down low is Tipton to Babel. Looking for an opening. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Going to have to force something, and yeah, they're going to call her for the travel there.
She picked up her dribble and went right back down with it. Still, some of these players on the court right now, Brooke Smith, Joey Babel, definitely the momentum players you need. Washita's going to make a run here late.
They're going to need any help they can get. Up top is Smith. Gets it in to Harrison down low. Harrison going to go set a screen. Porter does not use it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Tipton drive inside. Layup is fouled. Going to be shooting two.
And there I think you see a little bit of the freshman showing from Keegan Porter. Had the screen, she didn't see it. A little bit of a lack of awareness, but you know that will come. She has 4 more years to play here at Washita, and I'm excited to see the way that she develops her game. As already as a freshman, she's been really influential in this game.
Tipton's first one is good, and so is the second. As things start to get closer and closer into the end of this conference play, you start to wonder, and I guess as Coach Kylie Hill, you start to need to get some wins. They're at that number 11 spot and tied at that 11 spot. They need a couple more wins to get back into the GAC tournament. That shot's off.
Well, and a lot of it comes down to games like we saw last week against Henderson. Games like that need to be won, and I think the way that the Tigers did it was pretty dominant, and they can do that, but close games like that with other competitors for a playoff spot is going to be important for the Tigers.
Outside shot in and out, but rebounded very well. Down low is Smith. And you do got to give Coach Kylie Hill a little bit of some grace, as this is his first season for this Ouachita team, as these are most likely not the players that he's recruited in. He's got a good roster and some stars that he can work with.
And you love to see what he's been able to do already this year in his first season.
Nice layup inside. That's Abby Harrison. That's one of the stars that we were talking about that's made a big impact for this team.
One of the 4 scoring leaders. They all got 6 points tonight. Laney Mears, Madeline Tipton, Brooke Smith, and Abby Harrison, as we were just saying.
I'm starting to wonder as things go on and Coach Hill starts to recruit players that almost fit his play style in a way, as all coaches recruit differently and recruit looking for different things. Going to be interesting to see as the years come on.
Well, I like the dynamic that he kind of has right now with a player like Harrison being able to play in the post, and then shooters on the outside. Definitely gives it some versatility, but
Laney Mears checks back in with 1:15 to go in the third. Picks up her dribble. Harrison screams at her and says, "I'm open, pass it to me." Regardless, Tipton outside shot. Nice three-pointer there by Madeline Tipton.
Do not let her get hot here tonight. She's 3 for 7 on the night, but that can change very quickly if we look at this.
And that might have been the spark that Ouachita needs. Now down by 11.
Question is, how much time is left for this flame to burn? We got a minute left in this quarter, and momentum may stall after that. They got to make it count.
Coach Kylie Hill subs in Dos Santos for Harrison. Gives her a little bit of a break going into the fourth. Only 35 to go. Inside is Giddy. She's at 12 tonight.
And I got to say, that shot has been green all night. Kind of behind the head even, really impressive there. You could say it's verdant. Verdant.
I knew where that was going. I almost said it for you. Smith's shot, no good. Rebounded by SNU. On the floor, and Mears gets in on the action and forces the turnover.
Great job by Mears there. She's always kind of like a pickpocket. Her hands are always ready. They're always low. She's always a danger to just kind of swipe the ball out from under you.
I know Mears isn't scoring as much as she usually does, but she's making up for it on the defensive end and getting some assists as well. Had 6 in that first half.
Yeah, I really love to see the way that they kind of work their offense through her rather than, around her or on top of her. They let the offense run through her.
Ouachita could not get a shot up there. Now we're going into the fourth. Ouachita's going to need a little bit of a comeback. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Ouachita Sports Digital Network, sponsored by Taylor King Law.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
That's a timeout on betting.
Welcome back to Ouachita Sports Digital Network. I'm Grant Johnson with Phil Bird beside me. As we're going into the fourth quarter, Phil, talk to me about what this Ouachita team needs to do to have a comeback.
Well, they've done a good job of managing most of SNU's offense here. SNU not heavily relying on anyone. Obviously, you have Hannah Giddy with 12 points, but multiple supporting players around her as well. They've just kind of worked the ball through everybody. I don't think the Tigers were expecting that, given the way that Giddy's numbers for the season match up against her teammates, but the way that they have played today has really worked through the entire team.
And I was very impressed in that first half how they defended Giddy. But then whenever you have three-point shots like that, you have to start worrying about the perimeter as well, and that's what makes this SNU team very, very good.
Yeah, and I think especially after a game like East Central, this SNU team had against East Central last week, really important to have a game like this to kind of get your confidence back up and show everyone on this team has a reason to be here, and I think that's what we're seeing here tonight. They have some blood to spare.
And there's Giddy with a big block. I will say I am impressed with this Ouachita team only holding Giddy to 4 rebounds. She averages 9.8, almost a double-double. As Harrison's been down there, and Smith and Dos Santos doing a very good job of keeping her off the glass.
Smith even beating her in terms of rebounds, 6 rebounds for her here tonight compared to Giddy's 5.
SNU's going to take things out right by their bench. Only 10 seconds to go on that shot clock. Looking for it inside for Giddy. Gets it into Giddy. Left-hand layup and one.
Ref was a little late with the call there. Kind of may have just been me, but it seemed like the ball hung there, up in the nebulous.
Regardless, a nice left-hand layup there by Giddy. And she's just one shy of her average of 15.8. You can't score .8, so I guess she's 2 shy. There it is, Giddy down low, layup in and out. Rebounded by Robinson.
Great job there by SNU to slow them down, not let them play at any pace they want.
I think Mears a little bit frustrated. She was wide open down low. Robinson kind of missed that one. Was too worried about the screen. Tipton, nice job to get downhill and get a foul.
You see some frustration from the Crimson Storm front. Players asking who fouled that, and I don't even see who it was called on, but clear frustration.
Madeline Tipton to the line. She's 2 for 2. Make that 3 for 3 in tonight's game.
I don't even think these free throws have touched the rim at all.
Very impressive free throw shooter, and in close games, free throws are very important, although this one is starting to get out of hand a little bit. And there it is, the same play that we've seen all night. Working things in the Giddy and back out. Foul down low as Harrison's called for the foul.
It's going to be called on the floor.
She's at 2 fouls tonight. Down low, taking things out is Duncan. And they get it back to Duncan down low. Smith defending very well as Harrison. It's poked loose, but thought it was going to stay SNU possession, but I guess last touch by SNU. Robinson going to take things up the court slowly.
They need a second to just recalculate their game. Play, the way that they want to play, not the way that the SNU want them to play.
Called for the foul. And I say it wasn't on the shot, it was on the floor. Mears taking things down low. Gets it into Tipton. 15 on the shot clock. Robinson, screen from Tipton. Only 10. Robinson's going to have to take it to the basket. Looks down low for Harrison. It's defended very well. 5 seconds. Harrison, nice move. Left-hand layup.
Great job by Harrison to salvage that somewhat past possession there. Saw the lack of ball movement and, despite the kind of freeze up there, found a way to get something out of it.
And I'm very impressed with Robinson's ability to even slow things down with the clock against her back. We saw it, I think, in the second quarter, maybe first quarter. She got down the lane and scored with the last second shot, and there she is with a nice assist down low to Harrison. Down low again. Falls on the floor. Tipton just wide open.
Tipton there, you see the confidence she's had throughout this game. That's the reason she has that confidence, is plays like that.
She's the leading scorer tonight with 13. Defended well until it's not. Giddy with a nice right hand, little post hook.
You can defend that as perfectly as you want 10 times, and probably 7 of those times she'll still score.
Coach Kylie Hill's going to call a timeout for Ouachita. We're going to take a break with them here with 5:50 to go in the fourth quarter. You're watching Ouachita Sports Digital Network, sponsored by Taylor King Law.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Welcome back to Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Here in the fourth quarter with 5:50 to go. And SNU's been in the lead all game.
You hear that behind us, boom, 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 by the Black Eyed Peas. Correcting myself from earlier this year.
I can't with you. 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Giddy. Nice dish off there. SNU's going to slow things down. Let me take a guess here. They're going to get it to Giddy down low. It's defended very well, though, from Harrison. I think they're trying to, but they can't get a good look at it. 8 seconds.
This is a great strategy of play. They're making him use all of the clock, but wasting a little bit of time there, too.
And Robinson not wasting any time to get down the floor. She connects with Smith down low. As you said, SNU working things very slowly. Nice defense there from Mears. A little bit of an opening. Rebound to Giddy. It's going to reset the shot clock for him. Wide open 3-point shot. That's King. She's 3 for 7 from 3-point land.
And that is why rebounding is so important in this one. You know, an offensive rebound there is a difference between a 17-point lead and a 14-point lead. One seems like it's not insurmountable, and the other seems, you know, crazy what 3 points can do. But
nice find inside. That's Tipton. Going to go to the line again. She's perfect so far.
To the line for the Tigers, number 23, Madeline Tipton.
And remains perfect. Almost under 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Ouachita's done a very good job of limiting, especially in this fourth quarter, the pass entry inside.
only problem is it's such a time-consuming defensive strategy that we're seeing. It's taking the full use of the shot clock. There's 3 minutes and 40 seconds left here in this one, and there's still a 17-point lead. They have to speed up a little bit.
And that was a nice drive by King, dishing things off to Giddy. She's got 5 assists tonight. Nice move, Tipton. In and out. A little bit of a jab step, got her defender to jump for it. Heat check there, no good. Mears gets her hands on it. Robinson comes down with the rebound. So we see Porter go to the table. He's going to check in pretty soon. Tipton is fouled on the floor. We see Tipton starting to, I wouldn't say be selfish, but that's what Ouachita's needed. She's at 15 tonight, and we've almost seen too much passing. And we talked about how that can really kill an offense, and Tipton trying to get something going.
Yeah, the Tigers are a team that have had kind of a next pass offense definitely up to this point, and I think Tipton's the type of player that can kind of come in and play in that offense, but also quickly become a star. Kind of reminds me of, excuse me for the niche reference, but Jamie Tart on Ted Lasso.
And Tipton only a junior. Find inside to Giddy. 8 seconds on the shot clock. SNU's going to have to get a shot up. Drive baseline, defended from Robinson very well. Outside shot, way beyond the arc. No good. Thought Ouachita was just going to look at the ball bounce and not get a rebound. Regardless, nice find inside. That's Mears to Porter. She just checked into the game and already getting some points. She's at 6 tonight.
Tigers definitely getting some momentum back their way here. SNU's been scoreless for the last minute 40 roughly, and seeing here again, the Tigers are starting to heat up. Is there enough time for them to come back in this one?
Nice job there from Ouachita. Giddy's credited for the foul. She's at 3 tonight.
I think that's going to put them in the bonus.
I think you're right. Here's that replay on the foul. Smith gets her hands in on it, and I think Giddy, I don't know, that's a little questionable there, but I guess refs thought she kind of pushed off a little bit. Smith makes the first one and the second.
13-point game.
We see Ouachita coming out with a full court press, and SNU finds the weakness in it pretty quick.
SNU really needs just about 40 seconds of good, hard-working play to kind of put the dagger in, the nail in the coffin on this one.
Outside, deep shot. I guess Bank is open on Fridays. That's Robinson. But it might be too late. I think Bank might be closed by now.
Yeah, don't look now, federal government.
Up top is Porter defending on King. 1 minute to go in the fourth. Mears with good defense. Somehow kept her dribble on the ground.
Ooh, late call there by the ref.
They're going to call SNU for the foul, but that's one of those where it's almost like,
ooh, wow.
Might as well let me take it all the way for a wide open fast break. Mears is going to have to earn it at the stripe. Robinson checks out. Babel checks in.
Well, you know, they have the whole thing about free throws are not free, but if they are for anyone, it's for this player right here. Lainey Mears, consistent as ever from the free throw line, shooting just over 85% from the season.
And the second one, thought you were going to jinx her, but you didn't.
So did I for a second.
Nice job. Babel just checked in. Outside shot. I'm going to say it was a foul. Sorry, out of bounds.
You're going to say Babel stepped out. Babel.
Nice job by Babel, though, to just check into the game and almost ended up with a steal.
Kind of show you how hungry these Washita girls are to really get a shot. Every time they check into the game, Joey Babel especially there, we see her exchanging some words with the ref. Always on fire and passionate and ready to make a statement.
Yeah, regardless of the score, and there's another foul down low. That's Watson. That's 2 off-ball fouls.
Real aggression here. Great defense from both Watson and Babel, but also some words going between the two that.
And here's the replay. A lot of contact down low.
You can see the passion start to kind of burn in these players.
We'll say I am impressed with the defense of Washita in this fourth, especially late. Called for a foul is Tipton. I don't think that's a moment where you should foul at all, especially whenever you got them where you want them over here on the sideline. It's going to be hard to get a pass out of that. Regardless, Tipton reaches around and gets called for the foul. She's at 4 tonight.
Shooting for Southern Nazarene, number 10, Katie.
First free throw is good. Southern Nazarene not going to the free throw line too often. That was their 4th free throw shot.
Especially in comparison to the Tigers, who have 14 shots at the line so far.
Mears, nice fake, floater, and 1.
And just like clockwork, the second they need them, the Tiger Stars are ready to play.
Mears at 10. So we have 4 players in double digits for Washita.
Timeout. Southern Nazarene.
Timeout from Southern Nazarene. Guess gonna look at the offensive and inbounding things, as Washita's done a very good job of full court defense. We're gonna take a break with them. It's a minute timeout. Stay tuned. You're watching Washita Sports Digital Network, sponsored by Taylor King Law.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
Welcome back to Washita Sports Digital Network. Grant Johnson with Phil Bird beside me as Washita's trying to get a little bit of a late comeback, and almost too late it feels like. Do you believe in a miracle, Phil?
I do. And, you know, seeing the way that the Tigers have come back from leads much worse than this earlier in this season, thinking particularly of a screenshot posted by OSDN a few months ago of the score right before a big run for the Tigers that led them to come back from down 28, but, you know, 41 seconds left. You never know.
It's going to be tough, and they're going to have to hit some big shots and score pretty quick. Now down by 11 with 41.8 to go. Almost going to have a perfect offensively, and there's a turnover. It's another foul that's called. Gets hit in the face. That's Bay.
They got to be careful out there. They already have some Tigers already have some players in foul trouble. Madeline Tipton, particularly with 4. She cannot be the one to foul if the Tigers want to get a last shot up. They're playing like they do so far.
Especially because Tipton is the leading scorer for this Washita team. And that was Bay that had to check out. She got hit in her eye. And checking in for her is Gasaway. And makes the first one. In the second. Refs blew the whistle. Timeout. Coach Kylie Hill's going to call timeout and talk about how they're going to have to get something going offensively. It's only a 30-second timeout, so we're going to stay here. Phil, I guess if you were in that hole right now and you were Coach Kylie Hill, what would you say to your players?
Well, you know, I think it can be the instinct to try and play some hero ball here, seeing 35 seconds left and a 13-point deficit, but, you know, he might be drawing up just a few last plays, you know, try and get something moving, but this little time left, it's hard to imagine. Unless Tracy McGrady's in that huddle, we'd see 13 points here.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to climb back from this one. I think this is also a time you can, as your Coach Kylie Hill, you can learn from things late on as far as plays and how they work and who works in the right positions, as you got a lot of young players coming up and how you're going to use them. So I guess Coach Kylie Hill is going to run some type of play here.
This could also be a good opportunity for Coach Hill to practice out some creativity here on this final plays, get the team used to something new, and kind of make up something on the spot. Let's see.
And Madeline Tipton looking for anything. A little bit of a miscommunication between Tipton and Mears. Mears was trying to come to the ball, and Tipton thought she was going to break away.
Low-key thought there that she was going for the shot.
Maybe alley-oop.
Invisible man.
33.1 to go here in the fourth. Shooting is Gasaway. She made her last 2 free throws not long ago. Makes the second one as well. We see Tipton's going to take things out. SNU still in full court defense. Not too sure why. Mears up top. Only about 2 seconds between shot and game clock. Inside drive. Out of bounds. Washita with some full court defense. Does a good job here. And a timeout from Southern Nazarene. Even with such a large lead.
I think this is going to end up being the last 30 seconds of a game I've ever experienced here, especially one with a 15-point lead.
Yeah, only a 30-second timeout. We're going to stay right here, but here's that replay on some good defense there. It was blocked, I believe, and then just fell right back on Porter. I've been impressed with Porter coming off of the bench. She's one who, I wouldn't say normally scores a lot or makes a huge impact in the season, but she's made a pretty big impact later on in the season and in tonight's game.
You love to see experience from young players like Porter here, learning her role in the offense, learning how to play college ball, and I think we've seen that here tonight.
And that's the game. Southern Nazarene wins this one at Bill Vine Arena at 73 and Washita at 58. Talk to me about what you've seen in tonight's game, and if you're Coach Kylie Hill, what you can learn from it.
Well, I think we saw, just the entire SNU offense click on all levels. We saw something the Tigers struggle with in nearly every loss is shooting. 20% from 3 in this one, 2 for 10. Definitely never got things moving. They're going to need to work on that a little bit. And as this season goes on, they're going to need to really recover here.
They are. They're fighting to get into that top 10 in the GACs. We got Coach Kylie Hill coming on for an interview. Joined with Coach Kylie Hill.
Well, it looks like to me, real quick, looked like they brought in the primetime crew tonight. What's up with that? My man Isaac, where'd he go?
I got the call.
That's what I'm talking about.
Coach Hill, talk to me about tonight's game. Obviously a very good SNU team, and talk to me, I guess, about what you learned and what you saw out there. I know it was a tough loss, but there's still something positive about it, and talk to me about what you saw.
Well, I thought we gave really good effort. I don't think our effort was smart for 40 minutes. I felt that I thought Abby Harrison did a great job today consistently. We just ran out of gas in our post position area. I should have went to a different little small lineup throughout the course. I kind of go there late, but they did a fabulous job of putting pressure on it with our guard play, and we weren't able to do a lot of stuff, and we were trying to counter that. And we were so confused about what was being asked of us that we weren't able to execute. We were trying to do our same habits, and they weren't going to let us do those things. So, we made adjustments at half, and, we really just our guard play really struggled tonight. Tip got hot late, and we were trying to get the ball possessions to her. And I think we showed a lot of fight, got back within 10 there late, but. We had to expend so much energy just to stay in this basketball game, and every chance that we would have to get close. I mean, you go back all the way back to the first quarter, we're down 11-5, 11-2, something in that window, and we've got to expend so much energy to get back to get it to 11-12 and had a chance to take the lead. And that was just the microcosm of the game where we just had to fight so hard climbing a hill, and they would put the ball in the hands of a first-team all-conference player in Giddy, and they went 7 of 18 behind the arc the first half, and part of that was we were trying to do certain things defensively, and part of our perimeter we missed. We weren't doing what we were asked to do, and so we gave up some easy looks, and all part of it is part of our learning curve, and all the thing we can do is regroup and get recovered, and because we've got a very talented Oklahoma Baptist team coming here Sunday afternoon.
When you talk about that game on Sunday, what's the mindset and I guess the mentality going into that game against Oklahoma Baptist? What are some plans, or what do you expect to come?
Our focus points are automatically is that every time we play, there's 3 things that we demand. A game last Saturday previously, we didn't have those 3 things, and one is maximum effort. Number 2 is play through possessions. The third thing is a combination of pieces that's part of the game. It's look, listen, learn, and apply. And we had to figure out how to adjust to things. And so Oklahoma Baptist can shoot it well at that. They're also big like SNU, but we've got to do a great job of controlling what we can control, putting the balls in particular kids' hands. I don't think that Oklahoma Baptist, they may be able to, but it all depends on what we do. With so much pressure coming at us, we don't handle that very well. And so one of the things that we've tried to work on, and you see spurts of it where we were able to attack it. Hopefully we're able to play with additional opportunity Sunday versus Oklahoma Baptist. But again, I was proud of our kids' effort. We just didn't have smart effort for the 40 minutes. And then that's the part we've got to get back, because that's the one great beauty about basketball. It's over. You got to get the next one.
And thank you, Coach, for your time.
All right, man.
Good luck on Sunday.
Well, I got to go my regular here. I got to get my shout-outs. My wife she was here. She's still here somewhere. But usually my dad and my sister have come down from Hot Springs. My sister's been battling pneumonia, double pneumonia. She's like an iron lung, man. And so I want to give a shout-out to her. Hopefully she gets healthy. My dad, he's been wearing like 25 long handles because it's so cold outside. And all those folks listening, Eric Cruz, one of my best friends, is a graduate of Washita, and his wife Renee, and all the folks out there listening, all the shout-outs to those folks who've watched us and followed us. And we still got 3 games to play, still battling here, and we may not have had it on the scoreboard, but our efforts have been good, and we thank you for the prayers and the support, and we keep rolling.
Thank you, Coach.
And my two kiddos, my daughter, happy birthday to Whitley Ann, who'll turn 25 tomorrow. 25. I don't look that old, do I? And then,
I wouldn't say so.
And then our son 21, Skylar, giving both those cats a shout out. But I could not go remiss without giving her a shout out for her birthday tomorrow. Appreciate you. I'm done.
Thank you, Coach, for your time. As they face off against Oklahoma Baptist on Sunday, should be a good one right here in Bill Vining Arena. We will broadcast that one as well. Got a big game coming up between the number 1 and the number 3 team in the conference for the men's game. It's the same 2 teams, Washita Baptist and Southern Nazarene. Don't go anywhere. Should be very exciting. I'm Grant Johnson. I had Phil Bird with me in today's game as my color analyst. You're watching Washita Sports Digital Network, sponsored by Taylor King Law.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kubler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.